Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how to make acid at your base, how to automate the process, how to fix your pipes and water pumps, and how to avoid bottlenecks. Some things are straightforward, but some things the game doesn't tell you, and not many players explain this enough. Timestamps will be in the description, so you can skip to the part that you are interested in if you already did some of the steps. Okay, so once you have your base in a polluted area, you need to follow a 3 steps process in order to make your own acid. First of all, you need water pumps that will extract polluted water. In order to make water pumps, you need to go to your memetics, and if we search for water, you'll see that there is the skill that you need to unlock, water pumps. This will allow you to actually make water pumps. These water pumps will extract water, but depending on the area where you have your base, it can be salt water, it can be dirty water, it can be polluted water, and polluted water is what we need for this acid making. And by unlocking this skill, you'll also get the water pumps that you will need in order to carry your liquid through pipes. And we'll talk about that in a moment. Once you have this unlocked, you'll need to place some water pumps. They each cost 10 watts of power. So you can build as many as your power grid can sustain. So I have 6 built in my territory right now. I removed the pipe from this one, so for you, in order to see that it does produce polluted water, which we will need in order to get impure acid. Of course, you can move the liquid directly to the processing facilities, but what I like to do is actually store it. This way I have a buffer in case I can extract more water, more polluted water, then I can actually process. So I have a water pump and I have a water tank. So when you unlock the water pumps, you will also have water storage because it's a requirement in the research tree. And you'll also have the compact water filter, which will allow you to filter the water. Another thing you can get is the advanced water purifier, which will allow you to filter more water. I'm going to talk about the setup and then we're going to talk about the pipes and how you can make them work efficiently. So we have the water pumps. All the pipes are connected to this water pump here. And from this water pump, it's going into this water tank. From that water tank, I have 2 pumps that are carrying the water to another water tank. This is another buffer for me. And from that water tank, I have some water purifiers over here that are connected through pipes. And you can see here that the polluted water is coming into the purifiers, and we get impure acid from this one. Okay, so this is the second step. The third step is to get the impure acid and put it in a barrel. So in order to get the barrel, you need to go to mathematics and go to brewing. And this is the brewing barrels skill that you need to unlock. You'll get the brewing barrel and you'll also get some brewing recipes that you can brew using the barrel. But we are interested in actually making acid. So when you put impure acid as a raw material and you have purified water, you'll get from these two, you'll get acid. In order to get purified water, you need to actually have in the water purifier, you'll need to have any type of other water. If it's dirty or seawater or rainwater, doesn't really matter. You'll just have to put it here and it will be converted to purified water. So you need to have those in order to get acid. Okay, so let's talk now about the pipes and how they work and how to fix them in case you have problems with the pipes. Because it's not only about connecting to facilities with pipes, it's also about the direction the pipes have the water flowing. So if we press B to go to the construction menu, you'll see that we have these lines going towards the pump over there. And from this pump, it will go to the water tank. And from this water tank, it will go up. And this is the direction it will flow. Okay, let's talk about understanding the flow of water. First of all, gravity. Of course, if you have an elevated water source, the pipe will flow in downwards direction. So for example, let's say we have a water tank over here and one over here. If we connect them with a pipe, you'll see that the direction of the pipe is down. It doesn't matter where you start the connection of the pipe. So if you connect this water tank to this one or this one to this one, the only thing that matters is that gravity will help the water flow from the water tank that is above to the lower one. And if we move this, let's say over here, you'll see that the direction changed and it will go from the upper one to the lower one, of course. Okay, so now let's talk about water pumps, because most of the players have trouble with setting the flow of water using the water pumps. Okay, so here I have a setup with some water tanks and the water pump to better understand how the water pump works and how you can use it in your base. So if we connect the pipe from this water tank to this water pump and down to this water tank, you'll see that the water has the normal flow affected only by gravity. So it's going down. You can use water pumps without them being connected to the power grid in your base in order to better design your plumbing. Once we connect the water pump to the power grid, you'll see that the direction of the flow of the water changes. And that is because the water pump will pull from any source located below its level. So this water tank is below the level of the water pump, and it will push the liquid towards any source or container that is above its level. So the flow of water is always impacted by the elevation of your containers or facilities. Because if we try to move this one from here, let's say to here, you'll see that it will pull from both tanks because both are under its level. So in my current setup where I have the base, I can only have access to polluted water. But there are some areas on the map where you can also get access to polluted waters and dirty water if you are near a river. But there is also the option, there are limited areas where you can find polluted water and also oil. So for example, near Blackfell, this area here, a lot of people made their bases or moved their bases around here to get polluted water and also oil at the same time in order to refine to make premium oil. And we'll talk about that for a bit at the end of the video. But if you only have access to polluted area, you can just use some fast travel location like this one here or this one to go to the seaside. This teleporter is right next to the water. So once you are there, you can just collect seawater, leave your character AFK for 10 minutes, go have a coffee. And when you come back, you'll have a lot of seawater collected, and then you can just teleport back home, put it in your water container. So I have seawater here, and you'll see that is already starting to decrease in number. And that is because it will go to the purifier automatically. I'm not doing anything. And once this timer reaches 0, we will get purified water. So you can have in the container both seawater and polluted water, and they will fill the purifier, and you will have the two ingredients that are needed for the brewing barrel. Another thing that you can automate is bringing purified water to the brewing barrel and using pipes. So if we go to this purifier, you'll see that we have 3 purified water here. And if we are setting up a pipe, you'll see that the starting point is over here at that level. And the barrel is, of course, lower level. So the flow of water will be directly to the barrel. And here you'll see that the number of purified water is increasing. That means that water is flowing towards this. But it doesn't work with impure acid, unfortunately. You need to put that there manually. As an example, another tip that you might want to apply or not is having another buffer here so the purifiers don't stuck. Because if this reaches its maximum, you won't be able to purify any more water, being it seawater or polluted water, if this is full. So what you can do is actually have some pipes from the purifiers to a water tank. I'm just setting this up as an example. And if we go here, you'll see that impure acid started to fill this water tank because the starting level is above the water tank, the level of the pipe on the water purifier, and this will start decrease and you won't get any bottlenecks here, of course, until the water tank here is filled up. Another tip for you is that once you finalize your plumbing but it doesn't really look sharp and you don't really like how it looks in your base, you can go to the building menu and you can press L to show or hide the plumbing and the electric wires. So you can do this anytime in order to have a better view of your base or see all the plumbing and wiring. Speaking of wiring, because the power generation of your base is limited, you cannot build an infinite number of generators, no matter what type of generators you are using. You should use switches. Switches allow you to turn on and off specific parts of your production or defenses. So for example, if you have turrets that you need to turn on during the purification and then you need to turn off, you can also do the same thing with the production facilities. Turn off production, turn on turrets while you're fighting enemies. Turn off turrets, turn on production when you want to have production going on. And you can use multiple switches. This will allow you to be more efficient. So for example, I have here one switch for the water purification, one switch for the refineries. I'm using them to make from crude oil to make portable mixed fuel, and from portable mixed fuel to actually make premium fuel, which is needed for a specific crafting. In order to get barrel crude oil, you need to go to areas where you will have oil on the ground, like this area near the Blackfell. So the oil fields, here is Blackfell, the oil fields, and where you see this gray or even the dark flow of oil, in these areas you will be able to get oil. Once you have your base on an area with oil, use the water pumps to extract crude oil and use the refineries to make your fuel. Bottom line, make sure that you pay attention to the elevation of your water pumps, because having it at this level, you'll see that it flows that way, and just moving it up a bit, it will actually break the flow of water and things won't work in your base. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. It will help the channel a lot. See you guys next time. Bye bye.